am Swansri Javardhana from the Foundation of Goodness. The Foundation of Goodness was established in 1999 and are completing 20 years of humanitarian service this year in 2019. It was established by Mr. Kushil Gunasekara, whose ancestral home is situated right here in Seenigama, where the Foundation of Goodness project headquarters are now situated at the MCC Centre of Excellence. Kushil grew up in Seenigama and always was determined to come back to his village and do something to help people gain access to resources that would help them tap into their best self and raise their standard of living and achieve the best they can from life. In order to do this, he came back and from his home at the Lahiru Villa was conducting educational programs, scholarships for students, as well as English classes and computer training so the local youth may get a chance to access better resources and gain better opportunities at succeeding in life. In 2004, everything changed. On Boxing Day, December 26, 2004, life as we knew it in Seenigama completely changed forever. The Indian Ocean tsunami, which struck on that morning, was something that no one had expected. And the devastation that it wreaked in destroying the village and all the coasts around Sri Lanka was something that no one has forgotten since. A part of the destruction that happened on that day comes right back to where we are today, to the coral reefs of Seenigama. After the tsunami, studies revealed that the depletion of coral reefs in certain areas of Sri Lanka had caused greater destruction in those villages. Seenigama was one such village.
Hi, my name is Oriane, so I'm from France and I recently graduated as a marine biologist and I came in Sri Lanka now for a few months to volunteer and get experience in the marine biology.
Hi, I'm Randil Mendis. I stay at Hikkadua. I'm working in Tokyo Cement as a coral reef planting project officer. Many years go back, Seenigama and Hikkadua area has many coral reefs and corals. But at the moment, 95% coral and coral reef damage due to bad human activities and climatic changes. Climatic changes mean El Nino warm water and tsunami. Bad human activities mean overfishing, coastal development and tourism. Foundation of Goodness decide our coral conservation and rehabilitation. So Foundation of Goodness told with BRT. BRT means Blue Resource Trust. There are ocean scientific teams talk with coral conservation.
I'm Gayashan, a marine researcher. I'm working on Blue Resources Trust. We are mainly working on research on coral reefs in Sri Lanka.
So 2018 November, BRT team came to here for research our coral reef and corals. After that, they identify many habitats are in here for grow coral.
Coral reefs are one of the most diverse marine ecosystem on planet. They support more species per unit area than any other marine ecosystem.
So they finalize replanting coral surround sea temple area. So Foundation of Goodness project conduct and Tokyo Cement donate project and BRT team technical support to conduct our project.
They provide food, job, income, protection and medicine for the communities. As an island nation, coral reefs are critically important economically and environmentally for Sri Lanka.
We already make 5 coral nurseries and we put 14 reef balls so far.
Seenigama and its surrounding coastal villages have a history of coral mining. All the villagers who lived here and generations before them had all gone out to sea and plucked corals from the coral reef to burn to create quicklime, which was a steady industry in this region. Over the years, this slowly destroyed and depleted the coral reef around Seenigama. The true repercussions of this was only felt on that day of the tsunami.
Tokyo Cement sent to us very specific cement to coral attach. First of all, we make mixer. Mixer means 75% underwater specific cement and 25% fresh water. Then we attach very little coral nubbins to underwater specific cement ball. In addition, we conduct underwater research, underwater cleanup, and color fish protection, and beach cleanup like that.
Due to the climate change and increase of seawater temperature, coral reefs are now frequently getting bleaching events. Also, locally, there are so many anthropogenic impacts on coral reefs such as coral mining, pollution, or overfishing, like destructive fishing methods, and coral diseases. that kind of anthropogenic impacts badly affect on the coral reefs nowadays. Destructive fishing methods like dynamite fishing, illegal fishing using fish harvesting by using illegal fish net, and also collecting ecologically important herbivorous fishes from the reef, making more vulnerable for the coral reefs for the declining in recent past.
Our target is after 5 years, our coral back life. We conduct 1 day per week underwater cleanup and 3 day per week coral maintain. Coral maintain means coral clean, reef ball clean, and coral nurseries clean.
So I'm helping the Dive Seenigama with the Foundation of Goodness to plant corals to try to do a new reef, and we plant different kind of coral like Acropora, Montipora. I also have experience in diving here. So we went to the wreck, for example, and you can see several kind of fishes, different species from different colors, also different kind of corals. It's really nice dive.
To protect this valuable marine ecosystem, continuous research, monitoring, and law enforcement is very, very important. Lack of data on marine ecosystem make very hard to make correct management plan and policies to protect the coral reefs. Also, regular monitor what's happening for the coral reefs are important. Also, enforcement of laws to protect and control illegal fishing activities and other illegal anthropogenic activities on reefs are very important to protect coral reefs.
So when you go diving, there is really beautiful wreck to see, for example, with different kind of beautiful corals, different fish. You can see some moray, some porcupine fish. You don't have like big shark, but you can see small black tip sharks, turtles sometimes. And also for the macro, you have different colorful nudibranch that are really nice to see around here.
In areas where the coral reef was still strong and robust, the waves broke their force when they crashed into these reefs before entering the villages around. But in places like Seenigama, where the coral reef did not provide the first barrier, the force of the waves were far stronger and far deeper reaching, with greater destruction caused. It was only when all was said and done, when so many lives had been destroyed by this event, that people realized what they'd been doing, how they had been making a life, had eventually caused their own destruction. Following this, we've chosen to introduce a coral replanting program and invite other nature enthusiasts and people who would like to leave a permanent legacy behind to come join us and adopt a coral and become part of the rebirth of the Seenigama Reef. People can now donate or sponsor corals and become a part of the future and the legacy that we will leave behind.
My name is Kaminda, working as a manager at Dive for Goods since 2014.
We are proud that today we have graduated over 420 students from our dive center.
Not only fun diving, so we are doing here commercial diving training. So it is 6-month period. So we training to them underwater welding, underwater cutting, how to dive to 38 meters.
So my name's Brandon, I'm a diver from the UK. I've been here in Sri Lanka for about 1.5 years now, and I've just currently started volunteering here with Dive for Good as part of the Foundation of Goodness. So what I've been doing basically is overseeing and watching guys that are being trained up. Over the weekend I saw 3 local guys that have been put through an advanced course completely free of cost. So that's kind of one of the main things I've been watching here. That, along with the coral growth project they've got going on here, is something which really kind of sets this Dive for Good centre apart from the other dive centres in the area. Is the fact that they are really trying to give back to the community and give back to the local people who lost so much when the tsunami hit. And it's just really nice to see that there's a company that's really focusing on trying to regenerate this area and give people that lost their livelihoods some way of having a more sustainable future for themselves in and around the dive industry.
Staff are also employed from our own graduating students who've gone on to work around the world, and it's also had repercussions on the coral reef, which has slowly been coming back to life and growing back in the past years.
Talent in abundance, skills in plenty. It is so important to empower the rural disadvantaged communities. Unless we harness their potential, Sri Lanka can never be prosperous to the extent that we aspire it to be.
Hi, I'm Anura De Silva, Director of Sports from the Foundation of Goodness. And we are speaking to you from the Foundation of Goodness Sports facility in Seenigama. At the background, you can see the Surrey Oval ground, which was totally devastated on the tsunami day, 26th of December 2004. There was not a blade of grass on this ground, and there was 5 feet of water which went through this entire village on that dreadful day. And Surrey Sports Club in England came forward immediately after that and helped us to rebuild the ground. That's the reason we have named it the Surrey Oval. And we play all junior cricket here because it's an AstroTurf venue. And the one in front of me is the swimming pool, which was actually donated to the Foundation of Goodness by the great guitarist Brian Adams, who wrote to us immediately after the tsunami, wanted to help us. And when we told him that we are building a sports facility, we needed a swimming pool, he wanted us to give a quotation, and it cost us £75,000 at that time. And we had a 6-lane, 25-meter swimming pool, and with those funds, we were also able to build a kiddies pool and plus take the entire backland and build. We have 2 cricket nets and a volleyball court and a netball court at the back. And the 2 houses that you see joined in the ground were actually being built at that time by some villagers who didn't want to stay as their houses were also 5 feet underwater. So we bought it over from them and we transferred them into 2 accommodation centers which has 22 dormitory type bedding, which is ideal. It's a simple type of accommodation with the mosquito nets, the dormitory type bedding, fans, which is ideal for sports teams to come and stay and play sport. So we also have a sport office, a clubhouse upstairs and a gymnasium, so which is a total package for the poor rural kids to come and train here. And we have 8 sports that we do here, which is training goes on from Tuesdays to Saturdays under qualified coaches, and every sport that we do here is provided free of cost.
The Foundation of Goodness is proud to be a part of this, and we are proud that a small center that started in Seenigama has today grown to over 10 other locations around Sri Lanka.